Keep that shit coming. I like that a lot. Let's get it. Shake it like understand who I is. Not that many gon' do it like this. Bob your head, we can hit my shit, but I'm on my shit. I ain't has no chill. I'm who I are. I'm who.
Yeah.
All right, welcome back to TDG. I'm your host, Sean. And like I promised, the live streams are now officially starting. Welcome to the studio, Studio B. Doesn't stand for anything. But we have a lovely panel tonight. So we're going to start with my front left. Just go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hello, I'm Shantae.
Hey, what you do? Uh-oh.
Ooh.
Yeah. Oh, all right.
I'm Shantae. I'm in my mid to late 30s. No, I'm 38. So I'll be 39 this year. Looking forward to it. I'm a dental hygienist. Shout out to all the dental hygienists. Make sure you're brushing flossing. And yeah, happy to be here. Excited.
What exactly are we saying about our sites?
Your name, your age, what you do, or you want to know something, go ahead.
All right. Yeah, so I'm Flores. I'm those people. Flores. And then I'm 31 and I'm 19. That's how we know each other. We used to sort of this.
All right, my name is Dante, and I'm a trauma specialist here in Maryland, but also service the DMV in general. Also consultation and training, therapist. Not yet. Almost in progress.
Gotcha. All right.
Celebration. Yes. What's up? I'm Darren, aka DJ Demo. I'm a behavioral analyst. I'm an early 40 guy. So yeah, it's 40.
And I'm your host, Sean, as you know. You guys can watch. I'm 41. Work IT, as you guys already know. In the IT sector, I've been doing it for over 10 years now. And this is the TDG show. And that's basically it. To my left.
My name is Brittany Renee. I'm 37 years old and single, and you can find me at Curly Locks LC on TikTok, YouTube, or Instagram.
So what is Curly Locks LC, Brittany?
Lock extensions.
Okay. Make you guys check her out. Just fine and honestly, you're very talented. Also, you do makeup too?
No.
No, no makeup?
No.
I hope it's one for fun. See, she does. Alright, so we're gonna hop right into these questions, and you guys already know how we're gonna do this. We're gonna start with Sean Cake, work our way around the room, and we're gonna go from there. So, what makes a man boring or undesirable?
I would say someone with really low self-confidence. Someone that doesn't have ambition, no drive, is a gamer. Ooh, I'm gonna catch some slack. I'm sorry. Okay, well, I don't mind if you play games, but if it's like a big chunk of your day where you're getting off work and you want to come play games, it's like let's go work out, let's go hike, let's go do something fun. I just sitting in front of the TV and playing video games is not working for me. So that's what I say. Boring, undesirable. Somebody that doesn't take care of themselves. Hygiene is very important. So dental hygiene, all hygiene. I feel like if you take care of yourself, you must value yourself. So this somebody that doesn't take care of herself,
It's boring.
It's boring, undesirable. Anybody? I mean, what do you think?
Well, no, I think it's funny that it's going all over the place because we're only talking about being boring.
But
That was the question, right? What makes the guy boring?
Or what's boring or undesirable?
Listening is fundamental. And that's
You have to remember because if someone's not listening, people feedback, they're not listening at all. Right? So
So yeah, that's what I would say. Just short and sweet.
As far as same for you, but as far as women go, what makes a woman boring or undesirable?
So undesirable, yeah. I mean, it all goes back to the whole hygiene thing, right? Taking care of yourself, being healthy.
I literally just said that. Literally just said that. You said it was boring.
He meant that was the topic. What makes him boring? Not that your answer was boring.
Okay.
No, I didn't speak French.
Oh,
I don't know.
okay. I interpreted that wrong.
Oh,
But you, which one? No, I listened. I'm not to misinterpreted it. Separate. Go ahead.
yeah. So that's what I was. Yes. What makes a woman undesirable? Yeah. So that was it, right? What makes them boring? Um, their personality is dry. It doesn't have any kind of flavor to it. It's not.
not like that.
That's what we're.
Yeah.
What does flavoring?
Like vanilla?
It's too predictable, I guess. Predictability.
But that could also make somebody feel safe.
How safe is it? How
Now when we know it, now he does for a living.
So predictable in the sense of like you can help you like know like okay, but this person's a foul. It's like that's gonna help safety. But and I also think in terms of maintaining the excitement in the relationship, maybe you don't always want predictability.
Well, that's what it is.
Yeah, someone's too much shoot the gun a little bit. Yeah,
I guess to put it too much predictability. Not enough. Spot, yeah, that and again flavor. Yeah. So,
I mean, I would say I think in general for men and women, what can make someone boring or undesirable is a lack of authenticity. I think so many times people are trying to be what they see in the media or what they see other people doing, and so I definitely think that can make somebody bored. So I agree with that one. In addition to the hygiene and other things. Now I will say there was an article that said that for men in particular, what makes them undesirable to women is a lack of attention. That the number one skill that women look for is mindfulness and paying attention. So
I can see that it's spot on.
but a guy that was like mindfulness attuned.
So that I mean, I don't want
Well, not attention in the sense of like I'm like, but just attuned.
Well, like
you know,
Like oh, like I know what Britney does for a living.
saw videos on that of like particularly moms or whoever. It's like what is a turn on for a woman? Not to get off topic, but is start. It's not like foreplay. It's not like kissing and stuff. It's like it starts from like helping in the morning, so like helping the kids get ready and going out of your way to unload the dishwasher and like just helping out throughout the day and like hey, I laid your clothes out for when you get home and take a shower and just it's
Labor. It's like the labor that you have to explicitly say.
exactly.
I think the key word is presence, right?
So that's mindfulness.
With the with the attention. How do you pull this? Mindfulness is something, but it's mindfulness between all. You just like buying a gift for their birthday, buying something for all Valentine's Day. That's mindful, right?
Not necessarily.
No.
Because you could buy somebody a gift for their birthday, but it could be totally off. So then it's like, were you really mindful? Like, let's say, for instance, Brittany has a certain vibe that she wants for Valentine's Day, and you go the exact opposite. It's like, well, were you really mindful in buying her a gift?
But that's different to presence.
But you could be using the douche for that, so and not wanting to give that person what they really want, right? Possibly, right? Then we've been having with the diagnosis full for times.
There.
It's my turn. So I'm gonna go a different direction. So I think calling someone undesirable kind of offensive. I think in terms of actually like woman, I mean, I think for anybody that you see the examples of stuff like that, TikTok, that they try and strive to look like someone they're not, basically, right? So when they try their hardest, you know, and they get to that point, obviously, you know, I see a therapist, but other than that, I mean, you know, I just don't think someone can be called undesirable because there is some effort put into it, you know, and you show that and present to your spouse or you know, whoever you're with. So
But I think you're also taking it in the sense where that you're already with the person. But if you're just meeting them and you get to know them,
remember, like, you know, they can try to show the image or up their image, upgrade themselves, basically, you know, to please you.
But are you saying that's more subjective to you? Like,
Yes.
that's
words have meanings for reasons, and I mean, it may hurt someone's feelings to say they're undesirable, but it can just be the fact of the matter. Also,
You're not always attracted.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
let's say they're important, what is it? Just saying they're undesirable. I'm still
not for you.
to you, yeah.
So what would make someone not for you particularly? Like why would you?
Me personally, I mean, I think it is motivation. I think it is someone that will lack motivation and not wanting things in life, including their goals and goals. Lack of
Ambition.
And everything is circling back to my response. Thank you.
and you look think about it, you think about it, that and lifeless.
They're trying, right?
Yes. I mean, you pick that person up, right?
Because life is worth living. So
Exactly.
if we're not living, what are we doing?
That's why I always say life's too short. It's like, is this your first, second, 10th time around? I was wondering about that. How do you know it's short? Because a lot of times I'm like,
Well, I think it's by life trial, you know. I think it's life trial.
Or certain things that you hear, like, you know, just the actor, there was a Black Panther, he died in his 40s. Like, I think that's when you look at it from like a grand scheme of far as not promise for anybody. And so
Predictability. Life is on. Basically, that's what that is. Yes. You'll know you can hear it next.
Forrest Gump said that's life's like last child.
There you go.
You never know what you're going to get.
I mean,
I'm gonna be serious about it. Because it's fun to have this thing.
You're getting what's in the chocolate? Is it caramel? Is it strawberries?
That's true.
You know,
They're all the same, but maybe I don't know. That's right. That's
what's in the middle of that chocolate?
exactly.
So I guess for me, what makes a woman undesirable is lack of effort. 'Cause I find a lot of times it's hard to find a woman that is willing to put in effort because they seem like a lot of them want you to do all the first everything, you know? And it's like, how do you let me know that you're into me, that you're feeling me, that you know, you like me as well if you're not reciprocating? You're not telling me or you're not showing me ways or giving me choosing signals, you know? So for me, it's undesirable when I run into someone who can't reciprocate what I would consider, you
it's
know,
not like someone that plays hard to get.
no, I'm hard to get a wall, you know, where it's just like I'm trying to break this wall down. All I'm getting is nothing.
Can you give us an example? Because it seems like you've been through this before.
I wish I had their own expectations.
Like, give us an example of something that happened to you that came up where it felt
Like you were like, there's no effort.
there's an effort.
Yeah, I mean, it's probably over a year ago. I took a girl out, and it was the second time we went out, and I knew like I shouldn't probably take her out second. I kind of feeling like the first time was good enough to let it go, but I was like, no, we'll try it again because I'm not a quitter.
Not to cut you off, but this makes like where did you meet them? Like was it online? Just to give us a little bit. Like was this through a friend?
Come on, friends, who's come joke?
Okay.
Better on Bumble actually.
Okay.
So
Now, was there alignment before y'all went on the first date?
Like you were talking, or you just
yeah, I think so because it's over a year. Like I remember that.
now his brain's getting foggy.
I mean, the lead up, I mean, it's all pretty good. But I also don't try to waste too much time in talking to someone because when you meet them, you got nothing to talk about, you know? But yeah,
Make a conversation.
can, but like I said, you're pulling all the weight a lot of times, or carrying the weight. But anyways, so I had a very matter of fact conversation with him. I was like, you never reached out to me like after our first date, I did X, Y, and Z, opened doors, and you know what? Because she was foreign, she was European, and I know that their culture is a little bit different. It's something that I've never done before. I know not to do. I was like, it's different. I brought her flowers. Um,
Was the second day?
first.
The first one?
That's very nice.
Yeah, I mean, it's a
So yeah, most guys, I think we are pretty romantic. I
What
think
type of flowers?
they're warm. It's nothing.
Just waiting.
Was this a last minute decision, or did you?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, conversation must have been really good to be like.
Flowers and that. This is like the feedback already.
It's not a gesture, and the person then feels recognized, and then it shift flow. Our conversation shift flow at that point. They feel like
Explains like if I was dating and someone showed up with flowers, like, oh my god, you showed up with flowers. Oh.
And that's what no,
it depends if it's that person's love language. That's what I'm saying. Like,
Yes.
no, that's it can be a mindset for women also.
Right.
Like, you brought flowers, like,
Wow, you're already
that's too much.
I'll be honest, it's kind of weird in that.
So I didn't mention.
I know it's
You gotta hold.
not my that no. United is with it.
Yeah.
All right, pick guy, look it out.
But yeah. So after the second date, like I said, picked her up, went to a decent restaurant. It was his nicest restaurant, but it wasn't a chain restaurant.
What do you think? What do you think?
It was there's a restaurant in DC called Vivida.
Oh, Medina.
Yeah, you know. And yeah, and of course,
Was the food good?
it's
The food is mid.
that's not bad, but
It's a little too fancy for a cheap. And there's a little conversation about it. But it's interesting.
Sure, you went into the date.
no, I just think there was something actually there.
Okay.
Did you feel like you did that?
It's all about the personality.
I think she aligned with what I thought she was. She didn't disappoint in what I figured.
So then you were pleased.
No.
Oh.
Yeah.
Listen, let's fail before you started.
Right.
A lot of women, like I said, when we talk about undesirable, it comes down to like a lot of women nowadays, they're very cookie cutter. I'm not saying all, I never say I say only all.
And you're allowed to serve.
But there's like social media, they're watching social media and they're saying like, oh, this is how I'm supposed to be, or Kim Kardashian that, or whoever actor is doing this, then they strive to be like those women. So much so when they put their makeup on, women look exactly alike. One really at
Yeah.
So it's like they don't have their own personality. They just want to be girls. And the thing was, I like her. She didn't wear a lot of makeup. She did have natural differences. She was European. They really don't wear a lot of makeup. But she did have other stuff. Anyways,
No, not anyways. What did she have?
Oh, look, we all asked. Nasty.
Yeah.
she westernized a little bit.
So she had some
Also, I don't think makeup is like like lips,
It's like when it's close to the side.
body bod, like when
body touch.
Some people do have cool bar.
Did she have a BBL?
but
I mean, a little bit breast augmentation, a little bit of this, that.
It's your body. Once you want, it's fine.
But that wasn't like three strikes for you. It's
No.
more of her personality.
Yeah, personality.
probably it's like you do a little bit more.
No, she has everything.
Yes.
That's what they told me. Not exactly those words, but she was like, I expect a man to do X, Y, and Z, and basically she can sit there like she's a king or queen in her chair, and then she can decide what she wants.
So all the plastic most of her brains is even plastic brains.
I already knew before. Well, it's like, just give me a chance to see where this goes. So maybe I'll be wrong, but you already knew.
And we were putting on flowers at
first date.
Oh,
Not second.
okay.
Not how I was. But that was my
Give
experience.
her a chance though.
Pretty much it's because a lot of people don't give people second chances. Like, oh, there was a date where there was no spark. No, a lot of times there isn't a spark on the first date.
Yeah.
And it
How old
takes
is she though? Just curious.
early mid-30s.
Okay.
I would never try a second time with somebody I had no spark with.
What's it called?
Yeah.
I was
And otherwise it'd be pointless. You can go out your way to go DC and the next restaurant like that, and you know, but yeah, gotta be limits and all that.
And like compared to I'm not even like like the meal that you're eating, but like after you eat your food, you're like, so what you got? She's like, it was okay. It's like, okay, if it was okay, why did you pay for it? You know?
nah. Exactly like respond to the question, how was the food? Like, but actually had a response like that now. Yeah.
Let her tell you what about and mental health. Because it's similar shots pulling some peppers. Like it gets a lot of pretty less about it.
I'm grateful that's our question that she gave you an honest response.
You're like, so we're honest, so I don't know what you know.
I'm really honest. Because she gave you an honest response.
Well, yeah, last year she was great.
There's also, you know, there's also,
Okay, so maybe she like tact or cookie.
yeah.
It's like cereal box. I call it cereal box.
It's nothing. It's like being like a lady, you know. You're not like, but you find a nice way to say it, communicate, you know, with confidence, you know. Okay.
It's not what you said, it's how you said it.
There you go.
So she was probably too direct and blunt and for your liking.
Plus, that wasn't a big deal for me. It just one of those kind of like a dog hero.
So she should have definitely at least played it up for you a little bit because you drove all the way to DC. That's not a small hike. And then, you know, and parking sucks in DC and away and pay for it and
So I want to kind of to understand like what I'm going through for you, what I'm willing to do for you. All I want,
Right.
is a little thank you, a little bit, you know,
Back in the shed.
what about do you want someone that's gonna tell you like "It's nice to get
my compliment.
To me, like that would also, to me, it's like data, right? Like this should all inform, like, okay, are we progressing?
Yeah.
So my question would be, it's like, well, if you found things weren't really progressing in the first place, like, well, did you set yourself up for failure for number two?
The first thing went really well.
Okay,
Yeah, surprised. I know.
interesting.
Well, the second date went bad, but it was less than the first.
Okay.
So
So the first date was good, and then you were like, that was really good, but I know that she can't be this person, and I think she is a good person.
absolutely.
Like she showed her true colors the second day.
He was like, no,
When you go on your first date, you meet the representative.
Yeah.
Like you meet the person that they really want you to see, because there's a performative aspect of dating, right? And then, and then as you date more, you get to know the person.
Yeah.
And I always tell people, it's like, as you get to know them, it's like, I'd rather be a volunteer than a victim. So show me all parts of you.
I really want to have Man. Brittany.
what was the question?
Boring. That's the first question.
Well, to piggyback basically on what everybody else said, I want somebody who has their own like special interest or like passion for something.
Okay, short and sweet, yes. That's it.
Well, everybody else already said hygiene and all of that.
Hygiene is important. You know what's also important to me? Breath. Yeah. Cigarette. What's a cigarette breath? I don't date smokers. Not me either. But I was like, can you pop something in before you meet me? Because like, pop something, you know?
You get in the car and you just immediately go with.
It's like, come on.
Maybe they had like a nervous snack before they saw you, you know, and they just pop a piece of gum or something or mint.
would you be mad that she came in like more casual clothes? Like more like
Is this the first date?
like second date.
Second date? No. Second date's fine.
I think that's a location too.
Yeah.
So like two bad breath situations. Are you kind of like, or you're like three? Just two.
Down there. Actually, you have
That's actually quite
a bad day.
Yeah.
Like with your breath.
Okay. So I guess
Not with a breath. It's really bad breath.
Yeah.
Halitosis, not like that.
hell no. Hell no.
It's kind of like close to morning breath, you know? It's like
So what kind of fireworks thing?
I mean, I'm married, but
That
because I'm in the dental field, I feel like, if for some awful reason that I was not married, I feel like I'd be awful to go on a date with because I would want to know, like, how often do you brush? Do you floss? When was your last cleaning? Like, I feel like these are important questions because,
I don't know.
yeah.
scares people too.
I know, but people might think that's weird too, right? Like, if I go on a date, be like, dental visit, like, I don't want to transfer that bacteria in my mouth. Like, that's gross. These some of the things that we see. I mean,
Now, speaking of bacteria in your mouth,
it's a lot.
well, I want to go on real quick because, like, people always say that dogs' mouths are cleaner than kiwis' mouths, which I know is incorrect. They have a different set of bacteria. What is up with people letting their dogs lick them in the mouth?
Maybe you should ask for it.
Wow.
No, I think a certain population that tend to do that more than others.
Yes.
I
Unlimited person.
don't know exactly what you're gonna say. What population does that?
Neither one of my dogs are allowed to do that. And they're also not allowed in the kitchen. So,
Wait a second. Your dog is not.
yeah. Oh, they know they're not supposed to. Okay. Consequences.
I mean,
It's shocking, right?
Yes.
that's like
Up on the counter?
It's-
On the stove?
I see cat hair on the counter. You gonna offer me some tea?
Yeah, hot lucky. You got a cat? They got cats in the middle that you name.
A lot of like pet owners, they like drive when they're pet being independent, so they have to go to work, stuff like that, interactions. So like I think at one point you're just overly loving that and they allow them to do anything what they want. So it's important. But I think that's the season. I think that but yeah, I don't know. Go back to the whole kissing thing. I mean,
Loving on your pet, but
yeah. I mean, it's
speaking not directly in the
pet affection.
is she?
Something about like it's not wrong, but
Think a little bit of making it.
yeah. Oh my god, bro. It is a person, I think.
They always talk about dogs and stuff like that, and animals. How you guys feel about dogs or animals in the bed? Sleep?
I'm fine with that.
I haven't done it.
I like cuddling.
It's like if there's not a person next to you, if it will fill that void.
Mm-hmm.
I dealt with it last night, to be honest, and I think that when I was there, the dog got really jealous, like very jealous, and I felt that. I actually felt that, and yeah.
Now you got two dogs. One on each side of you, the other one.
Not not always allowed to see. Sometimes it.
See, well, my dog, he loves me too. You get him with enough phone tips. Couldn't tell him no. He hop up in there, he come get down, push him down, come right back up.
The dog's a Labrador retriever, but we're going to on his application in time, and the dog's got adopted. We won't go into that.
Don't boxers are just too much.
All right, well, we got to move on to the next question. We'll dilly dally in a little bit. So, you know what? We're going to hop to the question we talked about earlier that you guys were so happy to answer.
How did you get this thing set up? I'm so curious.
Like Mercury, that shit. Like
So-
shit,
You get to be a man for 24 hours, and the same thing for the guys. You get to be a woman for 24 hours. What's on the agenda? What are you doing first?
How don't we start that way and go around? Good idea.
I'm curious. I'm curious. Guys, like,
That way.
You just go ahead and
No, I'm just saying you can use my mic when we go around.
Oh, okay. What are you saying?
I just want to like it and sit.
You just want to win, guys. You don't want to get with her?
It'd be easier for me to get the girls back.
You're
What?
improve a little bit. Your chance to improve. Not, not as much as a little. Yeah, if I was woman for 24 hours, like I said, I get some bills paid, get some money put in my accounts. I go on some dinners. I know I got
Wait a second.
Right now, I want spinners. Yes.
I don't know about the
I'll get playing that.
You thought about disappointment. Like, what kind of woman would you be? Like, let's paint a picture. Like,
Is there
it all
a
depends.
model like a
what do you look like as a
Yeah.
woman?
what's your model? As
What position are you in as a leader?
Are you in? How old are you? Are you
Yeah, there's all these questions. The age, what's the occupation?
Speaking of this, got the lines. Like how do you get your bills paid?
Split that.
So you're the Kim Kardashian type of.
I'm all that.
Mr. Bean.
Oh, so you're all natural.
Yeah.
Okay.
So who's the prototype for you?
My celebrity crush is Rosario Dawson. 'Cause to me, she's like all natural.
She is.
And
You're
she,
She's all natural.
yeah,
That's true.
because,
Is she dating Cory Booker?
they broke up.
Okay.
Do someone else now. Until our schedules get back up.
Okay. See.
But yeah, someone like that.
You would just strictly just want to get your bills paid. That's all you would be doing for 24 hours.
I mean, if it's 24 hours, I gotta make the most of it.
Yeah.
I'm
Nothing else you want to experience being a woman.
Well, orgasms.
You would like kind of like
I'm not somebody
all these things.
How would you acquire multiple organs? How would you go about it?
Amazon next to the same day.
You mean you toy it out or oh shit. Yeah. You ever see Pretty Lady? Oh man.
But yeah, that's all I do. 24 hours makes the most of it. Like I said, get taken out maybe for dinner or something like that, or lunch, and then get some money back.
What do you mean? Oh yeah, the CashApp.
Oh, here's $20 clean.
Just put that on your Instagram, like why?
Exactly.
Superficial.
I might start an OnlyFans to show my feet, just so I can keep that money coming in.
But you only have 24 hours.
Photos in 24 hours and then just use them throughout.
There you go.
You got to build a fan base in 24 hours.
You don't need.
Keep
I mean,
posting.
you can take like a photo picture and put it on bubble or something, and you clean up after that,
Long hair.
Wait on the
Catfishing.
There.
Yeah, I would I'll probably kind of deal with like a case study where I will just go into different environments, see all the engagement from guys, and see how many guys I can book. Yeah. Like, just see what I can do. What kind of damage can I do for a day? I mean, I want to clean up. Like, I mean, you see cleaning, be like,
That is something magic bag. And
exactly,
okay.
exactly. But I don't want to be like, I want to be like easy going. I'll be like, just.
How would you hit on Sean?
I would like. Come on, look, man. It's something you can do, and
Like 6.
so to brunch to lunch to early dinner to a nightlife somewhere, and see what I can do. It's
Thought it out.
for me, yeah. I was like, yo, I'll be badass chick and be like, what kind of engagement can I get from a man? And how many can I get in one night? That's what I want.
Well, like him to keep on messing with it.
Busy because I don't know. My anxiety's going up a little bit. Is that question? I don't know.
Question: what is this button?
Nothing. But that was something USB seats for them.
But yeah, that actually is a very hard question to answer. And like maybe spontaneously just like, hey, put on the spot for that one, I think. And but a 24-hour like standpoint to be someone else, a whole different like sex. My gosh, maybe 40 hours. You will
You get 24.
One day will be one day, and the second day will be a different day.
No, you have to also.
Well, it's a good thing that you're not. Sounds like you get you.
I still have sex.
What about we put mixes in the remix? I do.
I like what's it? Freaky Friday, right?
Over there. Those are clovers.
Hell no. Hell no.
24 hours. I don't know. I'm torn between what I want, a city girl summer lifestyle, 24 hours, or like a Oprah Winfrey access to people and thought leaders 24 hours. Either one I could take.
But how do you get around accomplish that in 24 hours though? Do you have a network already set up?
Yeah. You said 24 hours, we're a woman, and what type of woman we are would, no.
So if party was a woman, you're still you, your life, but you're a woman. Way doing those 24 hours. Because you're saying you want to kind of like Oprah and do all that kind of networking, but do you have that network already set up where you can
Wait. I'm not qualified. This is before for yourself.
no?
So if you woke up as Shantasia,
No.
then you're doing an OnlyFans for 24 hours. You're hitting the OnlyFans. That's what you're doing with your 24 hours.
OnlyFans, I'm gonna hop on Instagram, hop in some DMs and say, oh, my rent is due. Who's gonna help me out?
Okay, well, actually, I'll take this. For 24 hours, you know what? I would rest. That's what I would do.
Rest.
Yeah.
Okay.
Black women work too hard. So if I'm a black woman tomorrow, I'm gonna rest. Black woman, they gonna love you for that. That's what I'm doing. Resting.
Wait for all 24 hours?
All 24 hours. In bed resting. Don't bother.
With guns.
You don't want to go through the stats? Stats. Yeah, go do stuff.
No.
I am about that.
What would you do for 24 hours as a black woman specifically?
Wait, so this is like what I oh my god, getting thrown into. Am I getting woman? You know, but you don't like my color too. We're not related. Weird. That's where you're gonna get.
They're beautiful and very, very motivated.
I'm just saying, wake up tomorrow morning as a woman. What are you doing?
But what would I be thrown into?
Like it's woman, you're female foreigners.
Oh, okay, cool. So it's gonna be same age, same
everything.
race, same.
Yes. Female version of you.
Yeah.
Like your sister.
So
You don't want to
If you have one.
The next morning wakes up, he's all the muscles. That's you with a woman. Not the muscles, but the other stuff.
would I have the brain of myself as a boy?
Yeah. Just have the equipment.
You just have the equipment. Okay. Yeah, I mean, you already know. I'm gonna experiment as much as possible. I'm definitely touching myself, and I'm definitely going out to the club and seeing how many guys I can bag. But I'm not actually gonna bag them. I'm just gonna see how many guys.
It's about the dinner. It really is about the dinner.
I'm not. You don't get it. That you had with like extra.
No, that is not the rule. Because
Sign up.
or no, because you have a different perspective, and then once you revert back after 24 hours, after 24 hours, once you revert back, then you can understand things from their perspective way better.
Not how easy it was to bag a
Bag.
guy.
This is the thing. You actually don't have to be a woman for that. Just change your dating preferences on Tinder or something to men, and you could get external validation from other men.
It's still
safe. Women. If you want external validation from men, you could just change.
But that's not what I'm trying to
In
do.
person though. Like I'm more in person. You know, than to get that engagement.
But what's with that do for you just to see how many people you can bang? Like, it's like, what,
I want to see
like,
the psychology behind what the people around are gonna act.
Like what kind of men will approach you?
Not yeah, like some friction.
And what did it say? What did it say to you? You know, something
Sounds like
my ego boost.
definitely not. Definitely not. Just data.
yeah, you see how many you can bang as if it's like, I want to see how many, people I can.
To a club as a woman.
Yes.
See a lot of dudes touching. It's
So that's another thing. That's another thing.
It's all data.
That's
No.
and every small your back. It might be a little bit right above the butt.
Has it ever happened? Yes. But does it happen nowadays? No.
You go out?
No, I don't.
Exactly.
But I mean, does that happen? Maybe you guys can tell us. Does that happen?
It does sometimes.
Like,
I think we should talk about
your ass.
Unlimited advances.
Right.
Yeah.
So you gotta keep that in mind. If you're gonna be a woman and you're going to a club or a bar, whatever it is, there's gonna be unwanted advances.
Well, that's all the unwanted.
No, I said I'm getting money. I'm staying behind the computer screen.
well, you're going out then because.
He's going to the club.
But you VIP, see, there's a hit concert in there, right?
He's staying home and sleeping. I'm staying home behind the computer screen.
But there's something in like harm's way to get you off paid, no?
You want to come to my house and be like, I'm looking for a shoe taser. Well, it's only Sean here, dog. Can't help you. I don't know who.
I was to pay you $1 million to like do some crazy like human centipede type shit. No. You know what I'm saying?
He's gonna
$1 million.
price tag.
He's gonna say it's gonna be known to people. Like,
Maybe. Or do I just go away after the.
I like straight on centipede type shit.
I may exist as a woman for 84 hours and not just being a man. So that makes notes of it. But Shante,
Like I said, I would want to go to like on a job interview and see how that conversation goes, how much different it is than like applying as a black woman
Yeah.
than going to a job interview as a black man or what have you, or even a white man.
we just throw it up in interviews, you know. We don't even talk about the job.
so you want to see how the jobs expand.
No, I just want to see how I can expect it differently. Like I want to see how the language, how people talk to men differently as opposed to like talking to a female differently. That's getting interviewed for a position. And let's see, what else would I want to do? Was I muscular? If I was muscular, I would go to the gym and work out and see like if there's any people checking me out. Maybe there's noises that people make when they're like working out.
Like make noise in the gym.
Absolutely not. Oh. Over to the gym and there's that one guy that's like making all those noises. Have you seen a woman?
They give responses to work. Yeah, make it burn. Yes.
Like they don't slam weights though. They don't slam weights and go, okay.
It's not gonna be a dude, but
World's different now, bro. World's different now, bro. Because mine's burning out too. They put a lot of work into her body, so you know they respond the same way.
Those super enthusiastic bodybuilders.
play football, like play like track football and I know. Be like jumping jacks to see like
Oh,
naked jumping jacks. I don't know if anybody's done. You guys have all done that. I feel I've done that. Or have not. What are they called? Just
The helicopter.
naked jumping jacks. Okay. You know good and well you've done it naked.
no.
No.
I mean,
Nothing. He's like
maybe I'm trying to think. I'm going to left and back and left and right and do that. You know.
new toy.
That's interesting. Okay, we're getting a little bit serious. If a woman doesn't take her husband's last name in the case of divorce, should she be allowed alimony or spousal support?
Yes. What is? You didn't take my last name. What does that have to do with anything? What keep your...
Sometimes we got married, right?
Right.
And you're like, no, I don't want to take the last name. I want to hyphenate it, and then get divorced. Should you still get alimony or spousal support?
Why wouldn't I?
Because you didn't want to be part of
You accepted that.
huh?
But if you accepted that, then there's a mutual agreement, right, that that is not a deal breaker for our marriage.
Well, no, before that, but before the actual marriage, what I'm saying, we're thinking hypothetically here.
Okay.
You don't take my last name or you hyphenate it. Why are you not entitled to half of my finances? You didn't want to even take a name, some letters.
It's the politics, man, and it's just they say, hey, what you came with, you know, it's just it's a concept. But I think basically on what the relationship, if you're a power couple, like a celebrity couple, for example,
Well, that's different.
if you were one person, yeah, if you were one person before you got married, okay, like I'm opposed to like, hey, but in terms of someone that not having anything and now they have all this, it's just
There's so many logistics on this topic.
yeah.
Do we have kids together? How long have we been married? Why are we getting divorced? Who's the breadwinner? Did I stay home and take care of the kids, and that's why I need alimony now? Or did you cheat on me, and now you're going to give half because we ain't separating? And
I don't think the question was whether you deserve it or not. It was about the name change. But I also I don't think changing your name, like a name, should have anything to do with the contract.
Or more. Because you go from your father's house to your husband's house. So the changing of hands per se. And with that changing of hands from your father to your husband, you're now under your husband's protection, provision, and the other keyword. So with that, you're supposed to, like I said, a lot of women, they say they want to keep the last name because that's my family name. It reminds me of so-and-so or my father and this and that. But you're going from one house to the other. So why are you keeping legal deal?
I think I understand where you're going with this.
But I also think it's like, well, if you accepted that, right, like then you're accepting it.
You think it's freedom.
Yeah.
Make more sense. It's like, have you been married several times and you're not the last name, it means you're gonna get divorced again? Like, what is the reason why they chose that support? A lot of discussion having that.
Right. There's a lot of variables. I mean, we can go a lot of variables in this whole day long. Trying to cuts. So it's not so much because I almost,
Let's say for instance, it's like for me, it's like, well, why would I change my name? Because I have businesses and blah, blah, it's like, it doesn't make sense. Exactly.
like
It's not to say that I wouldn't or I don't do that, but I think you have to, there's a lot of nuance to this question.
there is, but I'm trying to keep it basics. I mean, we can go on,
But that, there's no right answer.
It's not.
yeah.
cultures don't take their husband's last name
That's
all
that's
down. You asked, how did you understand?
But you're saying like, why would you be entitled if somebody didn't want the last name? But to me, then, if them not taking the husband's last name was a slight to the husband, right? Of like, I don't want to change my last name to yours because you're not worthy, then they shouldn't have been married in the first place.
Yeah, that's different. I agree. Are you asking about like, are you you got rights to the bag?
Question.
You have rights to the bag, basically. Yeah, you have rights to the bag because I changed my name. I mean,
And that's not. I mean, like,
for me, if I'm gonna change if I want to keep my name hyphenated for moral, purposes and like, or maybe if I had my own brand, right? I wouldn't be opposed to that. And person I love and probably loves me too. Would be opposed to that either. You know what I mean? In the day, it still works out. It benefits everybody.
Marriage is marriage.
Marriage is very transactional.
it is.
Once you get to it.
Oh, okay, next one.
You, yes, especially.
Let's see. All right, I think we answered that question pretty well. All right, it's probably the last question.
Transactional.
Yeah. Are there certain things that should or shouldn't be said to the opposite sex?
Yes.
So good.
I hate you. I hate you.
Take where you want.
Or shouldn't be said.
We'll let Dante start with this one.
Are we talking about like in general or like your partner?
Or just. I will say this: anything that dehumanizes or someone else should not be said.
If it's gonna castrate your person that you love and make them feel beneath you, that should not be said ever to anybody.
Well, I'll give you an example. When a woman's pregnant or she's not pregnant, when you're big, and you're like, "Oh, what are you having?" It's like,
You know, that's the first thing I thought. As soon as you asked that question. Because that's the assumption.
it's not safe.
Yeah, the assumption.
Well, I will tell you.
I think that's where your first start.
Said that it looked like I was pregnant today.
So is there things there? Oh, well,
He's like, oh, babe in your belly. I'm like, where did you just? He's like, all right, go take your shower for the Lakers games. Come on. He's like, and then I was like, oh, and by the way, Daddy, Eli said that it looked like I had a baby in my belly. He's like, Eli, that's nice. He's like, well, she does. I'm like, oh, you're doubling down. And he's like, well, either you eat too much or I'm like, oh, this from. I appreciate your honesty, but
TikTok.
I feel like, yeah, things that would hurt someone's feelings.
A child told me I looked old recently.
What happened?
A child told me I looked old. Oh, and I'm on his baby's chest.
Nice. It's not my preference.
so we have don't tell women they look old,
Yeah.
and don't tell women you look like you're pregnant.
I feel like
Or you eating.
Let's talk about age. That's another. Like, do you feel offended if someone actually age?
I think there's a. Do you know what bothers me about when people ask about age is when they try to put you in a box.
Yes.
Like if you are
Yes.
this age, then you have to be like this, and it's like, well, no, I don't.
Yes.
sometimes I think you have good intentions, but it's not maybe the best way to come up. Like for instance, I saw a parent with when I went somewhere and I was like, oh, it's so big. And she's like, no, I didn't. If anything, I gained. I'm like, oh. And I'm like, I hope I didn't hurt her feelings because it like to me it looked like she did lose a lot of weight. But then I'm like, well, in her mind, what if I'm like saying that she was really big to begin with, you know?
Or you're being confused.
And I think mentally, people are just curious about you, right? And they will ask the dumbest questions.
Yeah.
Right? They're just really curious about you. They really want to know what's going on with you in your life. So, yeah, I think it's compliment.
Or sometimes people just don't know what to say, and then that's like a real too, or just like sparks in the mind. They just bring that up.
Unless you're like really, really drunk, they say everything, right? We'll do it.
That's just funny.
They unload on you. But yeah, I think people just curious, you know. And I think that's compliment. Or you can even just ask me directly. You know, don't ask anybody else.
What's the craziest thing that somebody's asked you guys?
I can't think of anything right now.
I think for me it would be like when I tell them that I'm a twin and I have a twin brother, and they're like, "Are you identical?" Really?
You're an age people.
That's wrong.
Deep breath.
Yeah. They hope that it is, one or the other, like boy, or girl.
No, but it's my
It's a famous.
brother. It's like, are you guys identical or fraternal? Like,
Really talk nice to
I'm gonna say.
that again.
I wouldn't say it. I'm telling you, she's pregnant. Person told me.
Yeah. Yes.
There you go. And there are shirts like that.
Lots of more equipment than I'm sure you thought.
Mm-hmm.
My twin and I do not have this naked film.
What actually into it? What's your instinct?
One thing that kind of gets me is people who still can't pronounce my name.
Oh, Sean.
I used to say C when I was a kid because I didn't know. I didn't
You
live
can't say Sean.
they see it, so it's spelled SEAN. And
So what are they saying?
Something fancy.
so yeah, it's fun. It's still one of the funny stories. I forget where I was at. I might have been voting or something like that. It was old white lady.
Well, there you go.
Name spelled like the Irish way. And she said it, and I forget what she even said, but she was like, Cian? I'm like, no, Cian. You know what my name is. Stop it. Because I'm black, and it's a special way of saying it, or it's pronounced different. I think if I was white, and I walked up and she read my name, it would have been Sean. So, but it doesn't really bother me because I went to like Burger King the other day, and I usually like order ahead, and then I'm like, they're like, order for CN? I'm like, yep, that's me. It's fine.
First person that I actually met, and I had seen your name written, and also heard somebody say it, and I was like, oh, Sean.
Come on.
I'll respond to it. Like, I have people call me Chantel, like in patients that I've been seeing for like over a decade, and I still just like, oh, I'm so
Do you hate Chantel?
I don't know. This is like, you know, you have to choose your battles. It's okay. It's not a big deal.
I do hate though. Because when someone's a really unique name and they get mad because you don't pronounce it right. I'm like, seriously? Blame your parents. They gave up that jacked up name in the first place. It does.
The thing is, because everything comes with that, all the attention and
Also, it has to do with lack of travel with some of these names. Like, some of these names are just from different countries, and you haven't traveled a lot. You don't know how to pronounce them. You don't know what letters are silent and what letters are not.
I don't know the numbers in your name.
So if you're used to like staying in a small town, it's like, oh, no,
Nobody in John get out. Get out some John.
I'm like, you're not well
I'm
traveled.
I will thank you very much.
Then you know,
I'll be over to learning how
Oh,
to
yeah.
pronounce these names.
Fuck. Here, there.
Hmm.
Yeah, see?
Okay, oh, I can be ignorant too, or people can be illiterate too, but some people just be ignorant, and so, but
And another thing, people who like, let's just say someone's name's Katie. And you're like, oh, hey, Caitlin. My name's not Caitlin, it's Katie. It's not Catherine. Like, come on, like, sport, right? Like, he's making it difficult for no reason. So it's
of course, I want to be called by my name.
like Thomas.
That's not my nickname.
It,
Call me by my name. Your preferred name.
hey, you go by your preferred name, nothing else. You let somebody know.
no, my name's not Cat. It's Catherine. So, all right, guys. Well, I think we made the end of the podcast. Well, I think everyone to join in with watching. Thanks for watching as well. Make sure you guys are liking, sharing, commenting. I'm gonna come back really soon, possibly tonight after Crack Squad for round 2. But
am I gonna watch that one? Is it gonna be live?
oh,
This is live. Oh God, I did not know this was
can't see it says live there. The sign says live.
This is the entire time.
You're right. No way. No way.
What?
You see that?
No, but I didn't know it was actually live. Like, drive by. So you're gonna edit this.
No, it's going down for real.
You look forward to show when this bike's off. They're gonna hear us. Right.
But since we went on to kind of go this guerrilla warfare with this. So this is the end of the show, guys. Make sure you guys, like I said, like, share, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you guys in the next one.
Millennial pizza.
Yep.
Fresh and fall.
All right. That's fine. Wow. We're so getting paid.